Back in 1941, the Willys Jeep revolutionized the way people traveled across tough terrain. High off the ground, with no overhangs and a truly commanding driving position, the Jeep very quickly drove its way into the heart of the American military, as well as into the imaginations of off-road enthusiasts the world over. Fast forward several decades and you'll find that alongside the Wrangler, the Willys' spiritual successor, there was also a Compass, Cherokee, and Grand Cherokee to appease market demands. Jeep always has been, and always will be, an SUV mark. So you can imagine our surprise earlier in the decade that the company didn't jump on the compact SUV boom as readily as everyone else did. But in 2015, they fixed that. The Jeep Renegade sits in a truly competitive and massively populated segment, and is positioned against cars like the Nissan Juke, Citroen C4 Cactus, and Honda HR-V. What differentiates it from the competition though is its genuine off-road ability, as expected from anything bearing the trademark 7-slat grille up front, right? But crucially, the question was raised, if it would actually be a competent compact SUV. It would have to be able to be competent in town, on the open road, and in the mud. It would have to offer greater practicality than your average hatchback, and it would have to return similar fuel economy. Oh, and because buyers in this segment can sometimes be a bit shallow, it would also have to be rather stylish. On the surface, the Renegade appears to tick all those boxes, but is it hiding anything? We take the Renegade up for a spin to find out. When Jeep debuted the Renegade, it promised that it would be a distinctly different kind of Jeep, and that's pretty much true. Where the larger models have been able to use the extra acreage to express themselves better, the Renegade's position meant that there was rather limited bodywork to exude its funkiness. That said, the designers at Jeep have really outdone themselves. In a segment where contenders tend to be rather generic, the Renegade stands out like a bright pink afro at an embassy cocktail party. The squared-off design, pronounced wheel arches and prominent body cladding speak volumes about how Jeep sees its smallest model, a part of the family. The 7-slat grille up front is flanked by perfectly circular headlights, making for an immediately recognizable fascia. The wheel arches are squared off too, with the sides of the Renegade looking squat and almost immovable. The rear is dominated by square taillights designed to look like jerry cans, while a neatly integrated roof spoiler essentially frames the rear window, making it look rather noticeably inset. Trailhawk models gain larger alloy wheels and chunkier tires, as befitting something bearing a trail-rated badge, as well as unique front and rear bumpers that reduce the overhang on either end, improving approach and departure angles.